Hello boxing fans, right now I am talking about my top tips on how to make a successful YouTube boxing channel. And I've split this into three sections: getting started, promotion, and stay in power. The first one I've said is you have to be passionate. In life and in general, if you can show people that you're passionate about something, it becomes much easier for people to relate to you and therefore like you. And then they'll probably listen to you again. Realistically, you have about 30 seconds to make an instant impact on the listener. If you do not engage them in the first 30 seconds, they will be gone and you'll probably never hear from them again. If instead you make yourself sound energetic, clear, and passionate about what you're saying, or like Wingy said, at least project your voice, then people will sit up, listen, and not get bored and turn over. The next tip that I will tell you will be to explore your options. You have to think about how you're going to do this. How are you going to record it, for example? Are you going to do it using a handheld camera, a microphone, and headset, software package as well? You see, you don't have to get your face on camera if you don't want to. Download a software package. You can get them such as Audacity, which I'm using right now. Use that to record your sound and then export it as an MP3 file. Find a picture that you want to use or make your own picture in Paint. Open Windows Movie Maker, which is on every single laptop, as long as it's a Windows laptop, and then make your movie there and upload it to YouTube. So that concludes getting started anyway. So the next one is promotion. And to start your promotion off, I would advise you to put your stuff on Facebook, Twitter, Bebo, or MySpace, or any of those things that you have. Basically, all of this is going to increase the circles that your video is exposed to. The more people that see it, the more views you get, the more chance you've got of getting subscribers, and more importantly, people who like boxing talking about your stuff. The next way you can promote yourself is basically just through interaction with the YouTube boxing community, and it's the best way you can get yourself seen, by talking to people. If you go into a club, you don't stand in the corner silently unless you're, weird. You interact with people that you know, chat to girls that interest you. This is basically the same principle. You talk to people who interest you in a boxing perspective instead of people you're trying to get into. Talk to the different channels you like. Don't be afraid to debate boxing. However, do remember there are a load of cunts out there who cannot debate, just insult. But all press is good press, right? If people do not know you exist, they do not have a choice to watch your videos or not. If you want a real tip, when you see a debate, firstly, leave a comment saying, "Do you mind if I do a response to this video?" Because it costs nothing to be polite, first of all. Do the response, tag it in the video on their page, and that way you tap into their subscriber content as well. Their subscribers will comment on that video, see your video, and then they've got a choice whether or not they want to watch that video. I did that ages ago with Slideways 100, who had many more subs than me at the time before I did the video, and he didn't even know I existed before then, but now we're okay. And he comments on my videos and I comment on his. The next thing I'm going to bring up is, what is your unique selling point? What sets your videos out from the rest? Mine is that I do a detailed breakdown of both fighters, their advantages, what they bring to the table, and then my official prediction, which I actually bet on, while giving you nice visuals to look at instead of my rugged mug. The only thing is, there is no instant success. You'll have to wait a while to get your subs. You'll have to get a few predictions right. Even if you go out and pick all the underdogs, eventually you'll get one right. But in each other video that you're picking the underdog, people are going to look at you and think you're a bit of a dick for getting them totally wrong. It's going to look like you're hating on certain people too. So that brings me on to my next part, and that is your staying power. You have to have staying power, because this is not an instant gratification process. You'll not get 1,000 subs a day doing boxing videos. Truthfully, I put out 2 boxing videos a week, and I get maybe 1 sub every 2 days. I've had this channel for just about a year, and I have 112 subs from 156 videos. Fractionally also, just under 500,000 views, which is amazing to me actually, because that means 500,000 people have listened to me talk boxing. The next thing I'm going to say to you is, don't sell out your views. I've seen this done before, and I've even shouted out a channel more recently that has just sold out its views, and I've got no time for that. If you sell out your views, you will get a lot of short-term subs, but then those people are probably not people you want to be subbed to you anyway, and if you don't keep up to that benchmark of what you've just put up, the same type of content, whoever it's against, you know, they're going to bash you and unsub you. So it's just better to put out some good content and do the long game. Plus, by the way, the channels that are passionate about the sport are going to think you're a cunt. It's not worth it. And the very last thing I'm going to say is expect hate. You're going to get loads of people over the internet, keyboard warriors, who are going to hate you for no particular reason whatsoever. How are you going to deal with this? You know, there's no right answer on how to deal with it. You can, if you're going to take everything they say to heart, then this is not for you. You probably don't want to make a channel. My advice would be to either remove their comments and ignore them, and that will really piss them off. Block, or use the block button to repeat offenders. So that is the last thing I can pretty much tell you about how to make a successful YouTube channel. I guess I've still got to do a lot of these things as well. So it's a learning process, really. Tell me what you think about this. Add in your favourite tips on how to make a successful channel.